بيطلع على خير. شو بطلع على خير. نسيت نسيت. بول. أصلاً مرة تسوي كريه الحركة. هو العب اوكي. ايش السالفة؟ كاري برشاش يطلق عليه انا. در دون شوت در يعني. انت براك يكون عندك مسدسات. شو كومبات الضربان فيها شو اسمه من مهارات شو اسمه الطيار شي. لا شيء ما فينا نروح الحين. اوكي كيف هو ماري عض زوجته وانا كذا الحين زعلان. اكسر ده. عجيب فوق. شفت الباف مال برجر اللي هي مالها بتسوي ابعد وسوى الارمر مالها بدل ما يعطي 500 يعطي 600 وش اسمه اللي هي هذا يعني متهيأ استي اسرع. انت تشتري الجول مو لازم تلعب شخصية عشان الجول. تعرف تسوي انت بتسوي نفسي العب الماتشات كلهم بيخلوك على مرتبة مثلا بيخلوك مثلا جولد او شيء يوم يخلص السيزون بيعطوك ايه ممتاز. على كل مرة يعطوه 500 لأنه يكون بلاتينيوم له كذا 500 اللي اشتري سلاح. أنا عندي حق مويرا وعندي حق لوسي في الإكس بوكس. كنت باخذ حق مي بس قلت ألعب مويرا وايد أنا كلها في مستر هيروز أعطوا لي شخصية انها جولد. انا اقول لك شفت واحد في شو اسمه في الاكس بوكس عنده جولد حق لوسي اتزلج في الارض ضربته الضربه اقول لك يقهر بعد كان كاستم جيم. زمان ما في جاء مسخه كيف تشوف شكله. له غالي اللعبة عن شكل 62.
there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Sneak day. شكله واحد فلسفة بس دلوع. من الحين باخذ مسدس. ها give me a gun my nigga.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave.
Johnny.
There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming. The orders are to evacuate the hospital. Done. He'll live. And now we fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
ريفولفر بعد هذا.
No, it never got easy.
اظني في اللعبة نسيت تختار انك تكون تدوم شرير ولا تكون طيب. طبعا شيء معروف اني بخليه شرير. اصلا كيف فامباير طيب؟ ما كاستلفينيا دراكول اكثر شرير في الدنيا. هذا الشرير بالقوة بس طيب. هذا كان شرير الزعيم هذاك عشان شي مذبحه هو استوى هذا. اوكي يا منتحر.
What do you want me? What? Workout, we did it. We did it. What are y'all doing? Oh, there goes that knee. Out there taking Instagram pictures when we needed help. We out here trying to need help. Waiting on y'all. Hey, that boy in the building. That boy in the, all the way out here. All the way in LA, nigga. Early in the morning. Time to get it. We in here. What?
We're at different tables.
Oh, it's also early in the morning? Ah! Going on a trip. Come on, let's go. Hey.
One bit, 50 bears, 100 bears, fucking me.
See how that fit?
I وانا الحيوان صدق الباب.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now. Here's the leech. Here!
Damn.
My head's spinning. It's locked.
Fuck.
I'm still inside. I must reach the West End. Die, vermin!
Bueno. Can't play with you.
The strength I never knew I had. This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
That nigga. Come on, what's up? What's up?
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. It's locked, all right.
Here's the north bank.
If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. The dizziness from the jump. I can...
Nope.
I'll control it.
Cash money. So,
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
yeah. كيف اروح هني ريتش نورث باك اوكي يعني اصير شي المفروض هني
I cannot enter.
أو.
It's locked.
It's locked. سهلة هاي اوكي لا حمارة
This is despicable. What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered.
الحق احسب الحين مرة ثانية هاي الحيوانات
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
عشان نشوف تويتش
Man has been drained of all blood.
زي هذا انا زي حيوان
Smell the scent of it.
الايميل مالي مالت لك
Trail.
ما ادري شو فيها صدق
Lead me to my
ما بطله
fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
محطي شت خلينا نبعدل عليه اوديو لا سكت الحين في صوت الحين في شيء صوت بعد موجود share audio include pairs party
Where
has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. At last, a little life. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar?
Can't this...
What? Who is... I'll leave you to your boss.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet this man. I have...
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself! I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
It's a good thing you can see me now, Mum.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Not long ago.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you?
And you...
I'll leave you to your bottle, then. I can't... I think you're... I think... I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir.
Goodbye, Mr.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this. Evening.
I have a...
The truth.
I suspect.
I'm just.
I can.
Will
What?
Tom?
I.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency.
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect?
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him...
This all mess for giving me a laugh.
I think I'm losing my mind.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's... blood? There are...
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Murderous bastard!
It's locked, all right.
Over there!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I needed to drink. I'm so thirsty. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Quench my thirst. I must have more.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William, please, stop. Let me go. It's not too late. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book. The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
You can do better than that. Nah. It's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide-and-seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few Thank you, Nurse Crane. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor.
Yes, Nurse Crane?
I'm so
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted.
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long.
I may have...
However do you mean?
If combined correctly...
The store...
Perhaps I should...
It's the large building behind...
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody... balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. It's locked. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Skals can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Skal voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
To disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, Doctor. I'm Dr. Reed. I am Please, I'm... of course. As long as you're not the first... Well... Questions are true. Do you need... Well, yes. Do you want me to... Oh, no, Doctor. I see. Tell me... Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe... What is it, you really... Fair question. Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story. Our first diagnosis... But why would... Because he is... Do you think... All I need... Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, sir. I see.
I'm up.
Are you... Well, I won't...
Are you sure?
In others... Tell me about...
I'm just a...
I was more...
I'm a... What I'll...
Tell me...
My wife. How's work? You... Of course.
Tell me...
1915.
What happened?
The German...
How...
I was small. I would...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, Nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor.
Duty calls? When...
Many thanks, Doctor.
Will this shift never end? I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son.
I'm Dr.
I'm bit. Not much. I'm a Yes.
What do you think?
I have had...
Is there something in...
Some of the...
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital.
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic.
She...
Yes. I don't...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here.
Yes.
Could you at least tell me your name?
Mortimer.
How...
So pain...
I'll let...
I'm all right.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital.
Stop me.
How...
So
I'm sure...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
How
So
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doc.
I have to go now, sir. But don't...
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
me more.
The ambulance.
What do you mean?
She managed.
Goodbye, Mrs.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Damn. The pain. It's here
I
again.
wasted too much energy for so little.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the news...
Your name has no meaning to me.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for?
You keep...
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you?
Is that not an...
I'm curious.
No, sir.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything.
Please.
I can...
I...
Never.
It's a...
Delusional, you say?
I'm assuming...
It's only a...
The staff...
I'm not...
I see.
Thank you.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe... I'll leave you, Mistress.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood
So
boil
many
with fever.
deaths.
And what of my own life?
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily...
Good evening.
Unless you get... Oh, it's...
Can I...
It's the... No.
Who is
No, but
you don't see...
my face.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason.
Aren't you afraid?
She's quite harmless, I can assure you.
So...
And why?
She could...
And it's a...
You...
In a...
Where... No, if...
You were...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
Good evening.
Here again.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you...
No.
Do you...
Of course.
I'll leave you, Mistress...
I wish I could be sick again.
The
Feel
pain.
my blood boil with the fever.
It's here
Good evening.
Evening.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and
I wonder what
disgust.
your last thoughts would be, sir.
Good evening.
Eve,
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Good evening.
Daily routine.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activity.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Yeah. Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disappoint.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
Goodbye, Dr. Strick. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
All I wanted was to go back to work, to take care of my children.
Here again.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening.
Goodbye for now.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Time has...
Good evening, Mr.
I need blood.
I'll leave you, Mistress.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
I cannot enter.
Good evening. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir.
A colleague?
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
No.
Please show me.
Of course. It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead...
It's locked.
...seem peaceful and lost at the same time. Good evening.
Are you afraid or uneasy?
What?
And
how?
Do you?
Yes.
Why?
It would.
What?
Because.
I don't.
When we funny.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
It never ceases to amaze. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to.
Goodbye, Mr.
It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead,
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
I have to go now.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mrs. Gold.
Dr. Reed.
What can you...
It's...
What
This...
can you be...
Well...
Well...
No... Doctor...
How... For how long?
I first...
And before...
If you must...
I'll see you later now. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
And I'm...
Well...
How long... You... How...
It's serious. I would...
How...
No. What?
Why...
Milton's...
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening. Goodbye for now.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the
Damn.
fever.
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Good evening.
I need the daily routine.
I'll leave you.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening.
Evening.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening.
this is how it ends. Farewell, my life, you betrayed me, good.
Came here in the first place.
Time has lost its effect on me.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you? Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your
I'll leave you.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever. I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place. I have wasted too much.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival...
Let us just...
It seems you have... We can at least agree on something. I don't know...
I don't quite...
And what...
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
Knowledge.
It is not a question of initiative.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be